welcome back to the People Everywhere Everything Now podcast. Normally we have an intro, but we keep getting copyright striked. So
we're just gonna keep working on it until we don't get copyright.
So we're gonna get our own thing going instead of using free stock music on the internet.
Honestly, I'm super stoked for Albert to make that shit. I feel like it's gonna be really good.
Yep, I agree. I'm excited too. So, I don't know. I feel off balance now because usually we got some jamming going.
Dude, I got you, dog. Here we go.
What? Oh yeah. 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 What? P.E.E.N gang. Get the green bangs. And free thing, Mikey J. Strang.
Dang.
I just pre-game. Such a shame.
Oh man. Oh dude, so I have to say it before I fucking explode.
Okay, go ahead.
So you know where I work. I'm not gonna say where I work, but I work for an e-commerce platform. Okay. And what I do is I test apps and themes to make sure they meet specific requirements laid out by my team, so that we can actually list them on our marketplace for our merchants to use. Now, in doing that, I test anywhere from 20 to 30 apps a month, and sometimes they go on for months testing. Well, we had this app that was a DTG, a direct garment printing company, which is one that I actually want to use for our merch. I actually really like the company. But so I was testing some shit, and on my test store, I have some fake ass products that are just dumb, like images I found off the internet or like a picture of my face or something. And I went outside to check and see if my patch came in. I've got a despised icon patch for my jacket that I've been working on. Give you guys a quick little spin real quick. I'm gonna actually
my jacket?
expand my vest.
Some jacket.
My jacket. Show you guys my vest real quick. It's coming together pretty nicely.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And then, of course, I think you guys have already seen the top patch, but so the funniest shit, I was looking for my patch, and then there's this bag in there, like a kind of small bag, and I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck this is. So I went in my kitchen, and I ripped open the bag, and I saw it was a hoodie, and I was like, what the fuck? Wait, where did I get a hoodie from? And then I looked at it, and the image that's printed on it, dude, is a fucking image from my test store. So they actually created and sent me a sample product on accident of something that was when I was testing their app. Now, I want you to peep this. I sent it to you in Discord in general. For everybody, everybody viewing right now, holy shit, this is the smallest fucking hoodie I've ever seen. And the logo or the fucking shit is,
what's it say?
Where's your God now? And it's an empty toilet paper roll. Dude, what the fuck? This hoodie is as big as my chest. Like, that's it. Like, the full size of it.
That's for child.
It's a child's hoodie, but dude,
hoodie?
that's so fucking funny.
That's good, dude. That's funny.
Pretty good material, actually.
I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this fucking thing.
Dude, that's
great.
Funny, dude.
That's great. You testing apps, and they sent you. You should do that like for everything, though. Like for all the apps you test, try to get a free sample product or whatever.
Well, I tested. So some of the apps that I have to test are pretty in depth, and so like some of them, we have this like Chinese company that writes product descriptions. And I mean, I'm not trying to be racist, but the language barrier sometimes between the app developers and like my team creates like not tension, but it makes it harder for me to get my job, which also makes it harder for them to get their job done because there's like such a language barrier.
How's that racist? By any
because
means,
I said Chinese. Like, talking about
whatever.
Chinese developers, blah blah blah. Well, like, fuck
nah, I mean, there's a language barrier. Period. Yeah. America needs to get better at learning other languages because we just speak English mostly, you know.
Yeah, I actually on a side note, I caught myself, and once again, this is like a moment where I was like, what a weird thought. We were watching, Megan and I were watching 90 Day Fiance again. I don't know why.
Ew,
but it was dumb,
man.
But we're watching it, and it's this girl who is marrying, or like her fiance is coming from Spain or some shit. And whenever he gets on the call with her, she starts talking to him, and he's like, "Why are you speaking English?" And I was like, "Motherfucker,
Okay.
you're about to come to this country and you don't even know any English?" And like for a second, I was like, "Damn, that's kind of fucked up to think." And I was like, "No, like that's a real thought. Like you should know something. What are you gonna do? Come and be a You're already coming on a K1 visa. You should probably learn some of the language so you can get a job. Period."
Vice versa,
Yeah.
man. If you're gonna be going
And she was
to another
speaking
country,
Spanish to him and stuff. And so it was like, she's obviously doing it. Why are you not doing it? It's kind of fucked up.
I think everybody needs to learn multiple languages, or we just need to get one language and fucking
I think
get
we need
it
to
over
learn
with.
multiple languages.
One super language.
I feel like people who
One
know
super
more than one
language.
language are really fucking smart.
Not necessarily. I know a lot of stupid people that speak Spanish and English.
This sounds fucked up. I'm
But
not
they-
talking about Spanish.
Oh, okay.
But
well,
at least in Texas, Spanish is like the native language of Texas almost, is what I feel.
almost.
But like I'm
Speak
talking
Spanish
like
and English.
people that know like German or Russian and English, or
Multiple languages.
multiple language, like polyglots.
I know what you mean. Polyglots? Is that a
That
word?
is what someone who, I think a polyglot is someone who knows 3 languages or more. I'm gonna Google that.
You learn something new every day, man.
Polyglot.
Oh, we're gonna Google it. Yeah.
Polyglot.
Find it out.
Knowing or using several languages. A person who knows and is able to use several languages. So yeah, 3 or more languages, I'm sure.
Cool beans, man. Well, that's a pretty dope sweatshirt.
Dude, it's
I wish it
fucking
was
fun.
in my size. Where's your goddamn?
I'm just gonna, I
Toilet
think I'm gonna
paper
give
roll.
it to Megan's son, Logan. I think it'd fit him.
Logan, the baby
Yeah,
child.
the 2-year-old.
Okay. Well, that's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Little
I
baby
was
running around with
legit
that thing.
fucking dying, dude. I was like, when did I get a hoodie? And that it's that, and it's also like I can't even fit my arm through it. It's like,
Speaking of deliveries, man, I had purchased that webcam for Icy, and I still haven't got it. They sent me an apology for it being late, and I'm still waiting on it. Judy threw down on it, and if I don't get it by Sunday, then I'm just gonna get my money back and buy him a better one.
I mean, good luck. All that shit's getting expensive, dude.
It is, man. It's like double the price for the same webcam. I got mine for $50, and the C922.
Yeah, C922. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that for like $50. It was like 60, more closer to 60.
Yeah, the
but
922 I think was $69 for a while.
Yeah. Why am I paying for Prime if I'm not getting it shipped quickly? Like, it's been 2 weeks. I still haven't got it. And it's delayed. I was supposed to get it 3 days ago, and it's delayed for up to 3 more days. Or I guess it'd be tomorrow. Tomorrow would be the 3rd day.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know.
There's no
UPS and shit has been fucking up. Like, so as you
Yeah.
already know, chat, you don't know. For my birthday, my secondary mother, my buddy Chris's mom, the one that I lived with for the rest of high school, for finishing high school, she sent me a couple $100 to buy a KitchenAid mixer for my birthday. And I've been whipping shit up. I got like 4 dozen cookies in my kitchen right now for a birthday. And I had to wait, so it was out for delivery. So first off, when I went to buy it on bestbuy.com, they were like, hey, you can pay $30 extra and get it 2 days ahead of time. And I was like, yeah, that's not worth it. I'd rather wait 2 days. It's supposed to come in on the 24th. Then there's another option for $60 where you can pay the $60 for 2 days before the $30 one. I was like, 4 days for $60? Not fucking worth it. So as soon as I purchased it, the next day I got an email update saying your order was ready faster than expected on the 18th. And I was like,
Lucky.
that's already 6 days before I was supposed to get it, and I got that for free. And so I was kind of stoked. And then it gets to 1 day later, and I got another update saying it was shipped already and that it's out for delivery. And I was like, oh shit. And it said, okay, you should get it by 8 p.m. on the 16th. And I was like,
Well,
I was like, oh fuck, dude, that's sick. And so I waited until about 11 o'clock at night, and UPS never showed up. Obviously, I haven't left my house. It's quarantine and shit. I literally was sitting here the whole time, just
anyway.
like, where the fuck is this goddamn package? So I checked Best Buy and it still said it was out for delivery. Should be there by 8 o'clock. I was like, all right, that's bullshit, obviously. Then I went to UPS and used that tracking number. It said it should be there by 9 o'clock. And I was like, it's 11. The fuck are you guys saying right now? Then Saturday comes and I was like, okay, nothing. Then Sunday comes and I was like, okay, does UPS even like deliver on Sundays?
I don't know. Maybe.
I looked it up. Megan said that she got stuff from UPS or from another place on Sundays, so maybe they do. I don't know. It never came. And then on Monday, it said it was out for delivery again, and I should get it by 8 o'clock. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And so I called UPS, and I was like, hey, just wondering like if my shit's just borked and I'm not actually getting it until the 18th. But, like, that would be kind of fucked up. You guys lied to me like 3 times. And they're like, well, what's the tracking number? I gave them the tracking number. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's out for delivery. I was like, yeah, I fucking get that. I was like, but that's been out for delivery since fucking Friday night. I was like, is it on the truck? And they're like, oh, yeah, they didn't get to finish their round on Friday. So it had to just be waited until today. And I was like, I mean, do I get bumped up? Like, obviously, it said I was supposed to get it on Friday. It's now 3 days later. Am I going to be like one of the first couple packages that gets dropped off? Or like the other people that didn't get their shit dropped off? They're like, that's up to the driver. And I was like, man, fuck you.
Nah, he's got his route. Yeah. He's just going to go the normal route, probably.
I ended up getting it, though, and I baked that big-ass cookie that you saw. The cookie was as big as my hand, y'all. My first cookie ever, and it tasted like powder. Because I did not put eggs in it. I didn't use anything, just flour.
Gross.
It was actually like a good shortbread, dude. Not gonna lie.
Baking powder, baking soda, just a little bit of each. I got a good recipe, man. Actually, they're the best cookies ever. I saved it, learned it on the internet, and I saved it. And I'm gonna, I should probably make cookies today.
Probably
that sounds like
a
great idea.
So that I can compare notes.
I'll send it to you. They're delicious.
I made 4 dozen of like the really, really chewy like chocolate chip cookies. And then they're actually pretty big too. They're like, bam, that big. But yeah, I made like 4 dozen of those, and then one of the dozens is espresso chocolate chips with white chocolate, and they're fucking really good.
Nice. You got macadamias in that white chocolate?
No, I usually don't fuck with the macadamia nuts too much. I do like white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, but. I have some Ghirardelli white chocolate that I want to use in a strawberry cookie. So my mom used to make these all the time, and they were so good. She used cake mix from Betty Cocker.
Betty Cocker.
Betty Cocker, that's what it is.
Yeah, Betty Cocker.
Used to use those, and she would make cookies out of the cake mix, and they were like the fluffiest, like just soft, really good cookies with white chocolate and strawberry.
Milk cookies?
So good.
Oh, I like strawberry cookies. Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I'm actually back on keto. I went from it was like 153 on average to like 167 real quick. Been eating cheeseburgers and shit.
Badass.
So yeah, I know. I noticed it and I was like, man, I feel bloated. Checked my weight. I was like, damn, I got to go back to keto because whiskey's keto.
Yeah. Dude, what I've noticed though is I actually haven't been eating as much fast food, like restaurant fast food, like Whataburger, McDonald's, whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't been eating that since quarantine, really. I think I had Whataburger once since quarantine started, which kind of bothers me because I love Whataburger.
Yep, it's good. I've been eating it a lot. It really depends on the job site, though, that I go to, because if there's a convenient location of fast food, whatever, if they got onion rings, I'm gonna fucking go there and eat it. So I've been all right. Right now, I got this killer. I don't know what's going on. It's like a tooth issue. It's not my tooth though. It's like my gum in the back.
It might be because of the time.
Right. What do you mean? Because of the time?
Like if it was in an hour, it would be tooth hurty.
This is a terrible joke, man.
It was like paper.
Terrible. Mouth pain is like the worst to me.
Oh, dude, it's the most annoying.
Wrong in my mouth.
You can't sleep. You can't.
It is. It's so irritating. I could sleep. It's just that right now it's just swollen and sore, and it's the gum behind my molar, and it's I don't know what the fuck, man. I brush my teeth. What the fuck?
Cut it out.
I feel like it. I just wish I could just cut it out. My poison ivy went away pretty well. I scratched the crap out of it, and then dumped rubbing alcohol on it, and it dried it out, and now I feel like it doesn't itch at all. There's still like little spots popping up here and there, but they don't itch. Not like the initial infection, I guess you'll call it.
Yeah.
But I went to that birthday party this weekend. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised it was such a smaller group.
It was a small group. There were like 7 people there. And they were playing beer pong. There wasn't much social distancing going on. We were all in the same enclosure. We picked up the same fucking ping pong balls, but we had plastic shot glasses with our names on them. So
did you guys drink out of the cups of beer, or was everybody just drinking beer and playing with water?
Yeah, it's just playing with water. Yeah, we're gonna drink out of the cups. I don't think, like, I haven't played that way in a long time. Like where you'd actually fill the cups up with beer and then drink that cup. You know what I mean?
It's too much of like, excuse me, sorry, a sticky mess.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, man? Oh yeah, definitely, because that shit gets knocked over everything. Yeah. Of course, Reggie won all the games because he's like the king of.
He just sits at home and puts cups up all over his house and just like makes them while he's watching.
And just
TV
throws them. Yeah, he'll just beer pong all day. Yeah, that's what he does though. It's kind of crazy. Yep, I ran into our friend Trevor. He was there. I went to give him a hug, and he was like, he's very iffy about it. I was like, fuck you, get over here, man. Yeah, I know things are weird now, but give me a fucking hug. Reggie doesn't give a shit, dude. He fucking hugged me.
Yeah.
He approached me, and I was like, oh, whoa, hey, all right. We touched dicks for a second there.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Yeah. Yep. And Reagan reached out to me, and he was trying to help me with the After Effects thing.
Wait, does he know After Effects? He told me
that. Not necessarily. Somewhat, but he gave me suggestions.
Okay.
From how we could do it in Premiere, and it just seems so like layering and having the mouth move due to layers every time you talk, but After Effects that way seems a lot easier.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but then he was like, dude, just screen record it, play it, because we can get it right. It's just saving it that's the issue, so we'll just screen record it, the whole scene, and then cut that section out and put that as the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather figure out what the fuck's actually going on with it. But.
Same. I would rather learn After Effects, honestly, and just figure it out. And it seems as though we're saving it in the wrong format, which is what I thought, and that's what he thinks.
Yeah, probably.
I just don't know anything about it.
So, for everybody here, my roommate has started moving in. He already paid me his first month's rent, which is awesome. So I will be slowly climbing my way out of this pile of debt. I actually found out that I've already paid $5,000 on my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in a year? That makes sense. Sense.
So,
right?
Well, that's the thing. When I found out that I paid $5,000, I was like, holy shit, I paid $5,000 in the last couple of months on my car. What the fuck? And this quarantine has fucked with my head so bad, dude. As far as like my timeline of things. Same. In the last podcast, I talked about how a couple months ago I went to Ross or whatever and I shit my pants. That was over a year ago. And I had no clue. Like June.
Oh, yeah, it's weird, man.
June and July is weird. I think it was June. Yeah, June is whenever I had my car accident. And right after that is whenever everything started spiraling out of control for a bit. And I just didn't fucking like match that up in my brain that it's been a fucking year since my car accident, basically.
Yeah.
Time is flying, dude.
Yeah, April already passed, May's almost finished with. It's weird. It's weird how that's happening. And I was listening to somebody talk about how time is relative, and relative to a black hole, the gravity wavelengths being extruding from the black hole are these wavelengths, and we're riding on the upper crest, and that's why time seems like it's going faster. It's the same the way we calculate it, because we're in the same space time of our relative black hole or whatever, and so it seems like it's going faster. and it's literally speeding up. Time is, but it seems like us, it's just night and day.
Yeah.
Like same amount of hours counted, all that stuff.
Huh.
Interesting concept. I almost got to visit with my boy this weekend.
Oh yeah.
They were.
How has that been going with the whole quarantine and shit? Because they go to Tito's and stuff a lot, I'm guessing, right?
I know. He went to stay with his Aunt Kimberly and went over to his grandmother's house, and his mother had said that my mother could come pick him up and for the day for like lunch or something. There's nothing to do anyway, so it's like, what are you gonna go do?
For lunch and go have a picnic in your own backyard with sandwiches that you had to make.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, oh yeah, your Mimi is what he calls her or whatever. That's the pet name that our family calls my mother. And so she was trying to schedule something to get together, but she backed out of it and was like, yeah, there's a new something or other in New York, and they don't know what it is. It's affecting children. It could be the coronavirus. That's
probably talking about the fucking.
So it would be
death wasp,
irresponsible. I don't know. Murder wasp. Yeah, murder hornet. Anyway, I was FaceTiming him the other day. He understands that the situation that he's in or whatever, but I FaceTime him all the time. And she was in the background cleaning. She's put on a lot of weight.
Good.
I think maybe she's like laid off the Ritalin or whatever she's been taking to lose weight. Maybe she's actually
using her skills as far as cooking goes.
I don't know. The dinner he was describing was an immaculate steak, potato, and I don't know, veggie casserole. He had a bunch of stuff. He just started listing. This is all the food that I'm eating. Damn, boy. Easy on the bread and potatoes. You don't need. He's looking all right. He gained a lot of weight because
the medicine,
the allergy treatment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's mostly because the allergy treatment it raises his cortisol levels because it stresses the body out with irritating him with what he's allergic to, so he builds up an immunity to it. And seems logical, right? And I tried to use that same logic as to why he should be able to visit, because she'll say, oh no, he's doing this thing and he doesn't need to be exposed to those things right now. And I'm like, are you serious? Put him in it so that he builds an immunity.
Yeah.
What are they saying? Herd immunity, for
everybody,
for the sea bug. So yeah, same concept, man. That's what it is. That's what vaccines are. They dose you up with a little bit of it so you build an immunity to it. But when I say it, it's wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
that's
the norm, in that specific instance. That's you're always gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
But so this weekend I met a lot of Megan's family, which was fun.
Gross, dude.
It's actually pretty cool.
We're going, oh, stupid. You stupid. What are you doing? What are you doing? Falling for this girl? You dumb?
Honestly.
You bubblegum dumb.
Honestly, she's pretty awesome. Nary.
Yeah, right,
Nay, I say amazing.
She's gonna cut your heart out and feed it to you, you dumb bitch.
Well, then guess what? I'll live forever, you fucking idiot. Have you ever seen The Mummy?
No.
He eats hearts.
No.
How do you think he stays forever?
And nothing against her. I'm just very cynical when it comes to relationships. Yeah, when it comes to girls, and I was like, ew, girls.
No, I'm realistic about it. We've been dating.
Realistic?
We've been dating.
What's that supposed
dating
to mean?
For, what is it? Almost a year now.
No, you haven't.
I mean, see, my fucking timelines are all fucked up, dude. I would say legit dating for
4 months.
No,
5 months.
6 months, dude.
No way.
I mean, we started talking when I went to that Stick to Your Guns show.
Shit, it's May, isn't it? Oh, whoops.
It's like the end of May, dude.
I know. So 5 months is about right.
5 months plus 2,
yeah.
I would say, is when we initially started our.
Can we stop
love cycle
with the time? Can we just build a giant booster on the Earth to push us out into
space?
A space that,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Just the Invader Zim style, turn our planet into a ship and just fly away from all the nonsense. Find a better place.
I don't know if I want to take the whole planet with me.
Time seems longer. I'd take the whole fucking planet.
I mean,
there's going to be another one.
What comes with the planet is people.
We could kill him. We could enslave them in to servitude for the betterment of humanity, right? And it's for the betterment of humanity, and then just kill them off through hard labor.
Oh shit.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do it. Elon, we need your help.
No gods.
Come help us.
No servants.
He's trying to get us to Mars, which is a pretty cool thing, but I don't see why. Why would we want to go to Mars?
Because it's kind of cool.
I guess it's cool, but they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill our planet, so let's go to a dead planet instead, right? Is that the idea?
It's not 100% dead though. There's just there's the atmosphere there is different, but they did find water. Like they did find things that would assist in creating this new space. You know.
It's like, well, you know, it's easier to control an expedition party for mankind to Mars than it would be to control the whole world.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, everybody needs to jump on board with saving the planet. No, that's too much to ask. Okay, well, the rich people are going to build some shit and go to Mars and start over because nobody wants to listen. Yeah, because they can. Because they can afford it.
Yeah.
Off the backs of people enslaved by the idea of money. And we're just going to keep on working, building the infrastructure. Way to go. So we're in our own personal hell. Who was it? Jordan Peterson. He's like doing these theological, what do I want to say, correlations between it's just like the Bible versus real life, and he'll decipher the Bible in a realistic standpoint, like hell is our own personal hell, and we bring it upon ourselves. You know?
Yeah.
He looks at the Bible like it's allegories, and I don't know. I didn't fucking. I want to read his book though, 12 Rules of Life. I was listening to a podcast with him on it, and I think I'm actually gonna buy the book and read it. I get the audio version, but I'd rather read because my brain is mush, and I need to exercise that muscle.
Yeah, I guess.
Know what I mean?
I don't feel like reading does it for me. Reading just makes me tired.
Yeah, dude, I get super sleepy. But what does exercise, physical activity get you? It gets you tired, right? Physically.
No, what you do is you
strain your brain.
You get a belt and you put it through a weight, like a 5-pound weight, and then you close the belt loop, and then you put that on the back of your head, looking straight down, and then you just think really hard. And if you think hard enough about it, you can lift your neck, and that's exercise for your brain and your neck. Boom.
Okay.
Fucking smart.
Yeah, good job. Smart. Yeah, who needs books when you got the P.E.E.N gang? You know what I mean?
That's true. Speaking of the P.E.E.N gang, I heard we have some new sponsors today.
What do we have exactly?
I don't know. I thought you
can't
had a
just
sponsor.
Go. Oh, I do?
Yeah, you have a sponsor, don't you?
I do, yeah.
I know, I have a sponsor.
That was a terrible segue into my fucking sponsor. Damn, dude. You know, I was thinking about doing it, saying this earlier, like we should make a family-friendly episode so that we can get kids hooked on this. And
Ben
I've said
start
too many bad words.
Once we get like a couple hundred of them to watch.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna go back and watch all of our explicit content and be like, "Dang,
damn, they talk
these
about
guys
dicks
got
so
the
much."
P.E.E.N. Okay, we want to thank this sponsor for sponsoring the podcast. All right, from the makers of Roomba, that little adorable vacuum cleaner robot buddy that's definitely not spying on you for the NSA, right? They'd never do you dirty like that. Comes an outstanding breakthrough in human-robot relations. The Human Baby Roomba. The state-of-the-art cybernetic baby that cleans and protects your home. Not only can you claim it as a dependent on taxes, you also get a tax credit for having one. So you definitely want to pick yours up as soon as you can. Their proprietary algorithm carefully selects the proper baby from millions of unwanted children for your household, with upgrades ranging from power washer to grenade launcher. This baby does it all. Upon activation of its cybernetic core, a responsive test is required, and Roomba is not responsible for any loss of life during the process. Order today with code P.E.E.N and get 10% off any upgrades purchased. Stock model comes with inner house cleaning package, ultimate surveillance package, and a flamethrower. That's code P.E.E.N for 10% off any additional upgrades on checkout. Thank you, Roomba, for sponsoring this episode.
Dude, that would actually be sick, because then orphans would no longer be orphans.
They'd be cybernetic death babies.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Do they always stay a baby?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, good, because you don't really want full grown.
Yeah.
Can you imagine defending your house with a grenade launcher? Like someone's breaking in the front window, you just shoot a grenade launcher at it.
Lob a grenade at them. That's a terrible idea. Yeah, right. There'd be insurance for that though.
Oh yeah.
You know,
like $250,000 every day in insurance.
Accidental grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Well, we talked about getting to Mars. Similar to that, the transportation industry has evolved again. Mm-hmm. So when you're stewing for weeks trying to figure out how to take care of your problems, there's only one solution. Our simple app has already helped hundreds of thousands of people from getting from point A to point B. But what about when you need to not only travel that distance, but take care of business when you get there? Our drivers are the licensed mercenaries and assassins, and will be able to help you work through any of your shortcomings, as this may very well be one of your first, if not the very first, ride that you would take with them. Being able to bounce your ideas off a chill, laid-back Uber driver who knows exactly what you're going through can make a world of difference. So when in doubt, order your Uber today and get to doing your murder in style with Uber S. Espionage. Clean, quick, communal with Uber Pool for doing murder. Nothing does murder like a van full of accomplices. So use code P.E.E.N Pummel for $5 off your first 3 rides that include a consultation. Some drivers will be willing to assist more than conversations. So do with that what you will. I know that there's at least one person that I probably will take an Uber for in the near future. And I will definitely be using the service.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm going to take a hit on some.
Thank you very much, Uber S.
Uber for doing a murder.
Podcast. Uber for doing a murder. Let's do murder! Okay. I gotta adjust my nuts. My pants are on this episode, nice. Unfortunately. Nice.
I never have to adjust my nuts anymore, dude. You want to know why?
Why?
Real hashtag ad, but not sponsorship. MeUndies.com. I've been so I got like their mailing list or whatever, and so I get a fresh pair of undies every month. And so I already had 1 pair, and now I'm up to 2 more pairs. So I have 3 pairs total, and they're the softest fucking underwear I've ever worn, dude. Like, you'll have to try a pair of mine on whenever you get here.
Absolutely.
They're nice.
Oh, speaking of that, I was trying to go visit you this weekend. I called this mofo up and was like, hey, yo, I'm going to head to Austin and we're going to chill. And then he was like, I'm sorry, but I'm pussy whipped and my girl and I are doing things.
That's not even it, though. I said,
no, that's it.
I baked a shit ton of cookies for this birthday. So
a bunch of shitty cookies.
No, they're fucking good. And so there's that. That's on Saturday. Well, today in a couple hours. And then my roommate is moving all of his stuff in. He's been doing that since last night. And so it's just not a good weekend, even though it would be the perfect weekend since it's a 4-day weekend, you know? Or 3-day weekend.
He's taking my room, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. I guess I'll sleep on the couch from now on.
Well, I mean, I've got 2 couches still.
Take your bed.
I've got a couch in
you.
The living room, plus that pull-out couches in the living room. I don't know if it'll stay there permanently, but
I'll just sleep in your bed with you.
Yeah, fuck
it'll be
it,
fine.
I got that king-size bed, dude. You know what I'm saying? We could both spread eagle in that bitch. We're facing head-to-head. Boom.
Dicks up, Scarface style.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Sword fight.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend cannot watch, though. I'm sick and tired of her watching, all right?
I mean, I'm not going to stop.
It's just weird.
I have a chair in the side of my room for a reason.
Gross, dude. I feel like really brain dead right now. My brain's not working. I don't know why.
Probably from all the work you've been doing.
What work? I haven't been doing any work.
Well,
I work,
I don't know what to say there.
during the week. I work during the week or whatever, but right now I just feel brain dead. I was trying to write some stuff, trying to write material. I would really like to write material. I need a different job for that though. I enjoy my job. I just wish I had more time for myself.
What kind of material are you trying to write?
Comedic material. I want to write some stuff down.
Oh, so this novel that you're writing is a comedy?
Oh, no. That's a sex novel. It's a romantic sex novel. Nobody knows about that. I wish you didn't bring it up either, because I'd like to actually do something with it before mentioning it. So I'm writing
I didn't bring it up. You did.
An erotic. Yeah, you brought the novel up. So I'm writing an erotic sex novel. I met somebody on Snapchat, and we were talking, and it turns out she's a cam girl, and she just wanted to sell me premium, and I'm not interested in that, but she tried to hook me by like really shitty erotic conversation, and I'm like, this is dumb. So I showed her how it was, and then I was like, yo, we should write a sex novel together, and she was down for that. So we have the premise, we have a few characters, and I'm better at it than she is. She's kind of dumb. She sounds like a porno. You know how it's like
yeah?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah?
Like, who writes these things? And me, I'm very descriptive and passionate, like, in my words. So,
like I said, dude,
I
I want is like a cameo
helps.
as a pizza guy who gets offered sex but doesn't know it and just leaves.
You're clueless, huh?
Who ordered the meat lovers with extra meat? My zipper's down already, but like nothing happens.
That'd be $13.50.
$13.50. How about we pay it a different way? No, I'll just take cash.
We accept Bitcoin, yeah.
Or I make a joke like cash, grass, or ass. She's like, well, I'm all out of cash and I'm all out of grass. And I'm like, well, I have a square that you could use on my phone. Swipe her credit card.
Yeah. Completely clueless. That's happened to me a few times. So back in the day, let's try to be sensitive about this subject. All right.
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Back in the day, there was a period of my life where I'd go to the strip clubs all the time, and there were a handful of times that there'd be a dancer, and I enjoyed giving her $20 to rub her junk on my junk. I was having fun.
Oh, is that where the snail trail came from?
Oh, that happened to me once. Yeah.
Will you explain what a snail trail is for the people?
Snail trail is when when a lady rubs her moist lady parts on your face from down from top to bottom.
Why'd you make that lip smack noise, you fucking nasty bitch?
I wasn't.
You nasty
that was a that was a smearing sound. Yeah, like that. And that happened to me once. I didn't know any better. But what I'm trying to get at is there were a couple times where the stripper wanted to fuck me, and it never crossed my mind that I could take a stripper home to have sex with. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm leaving here in a minute, honey. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then they'd come back to me after they had like changed. All right, I'm heading out. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you later.
Oh, shit. This is actually a good segue into, we can do 2 story times. Mine actually ties into what you were just talking about.
What? Okay, you have 2 stories?
No, two story times. So I'll tell a story and then you can tell a story.
I just told a story. This happened to me twice.
So we did it backwards.
Entirely clueless. Yeah, entirely clueless, and I had no idea. Like, I could have fucked those strippers, but it wasn't in my mind to like this girl wants to go home with me. I was completely clueless. It's like, oh, okay, our transaction has been completed. Thank you for your time. That's
well, my story actually involves a strip club. I'm not one for strip clubs personally. The only times I've ever gone, I was like obliterated drunk or fucking around. Like, I think the first couple times I went, one time was for Chris's birthday, and I paid for a lap dance for him, and then I only brought like $30 or something stupid, and I drank a whole case of I think it was Keystone or something bad. But I drank a
Gross.
full 24 pack of beer, and I was obliterated drunk, and that was at the clubhouse in Dallas. And
Nice.
I knew, so the same lady who I used to get tattoos at her shop,
Vicky.
she runs a vape shop now in McKinney, and then she also ran the boutique inside of the clubhouse.
Plus, she's got a tattoo parlor around the corner from the vape shop, right?
Yeah, she still has that. And so I was like, I would go into the boutique, and I was just fucking around talking to her, because I didn't really want to be there. I don't want lap dances. I mean, yes, everybody loves a naked body, you know, but I'm just, I'm not into it because it's just, I don't want to pay money for something like that. I'm not like attracted.
Yeah, that shit's free, dude.
Yeah, like I'm not attracted. Not even just that though. It's like the people that I've seen go into strip clubs are just like creepy, gross people.
Degenerates.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like this dude.
I think that's why they want to go
nasty.
home with me.
Yeah,
because I'm not like disgusting.
Well, I mean,
so they're like, hey,
I've had the strippers hit on me before, and I've hung out with them outside of the strip club too, just because like I don't
try
care
not
what
to,
you
man.
do for your job. But so that one time, so this ties into the second time, which I actually wanted to talk about. That time I got obliterated drunk for Chris's birthday, and I went into the boutique and I was fucking around with Val while I was in there.
Oh, Val, not Vicky.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And I like took one of the wigs off of one of the mannequins that she had in the boutique and put it on and started like wearing like skimpy outfits, and she was fucking dying laughing. And so I just like put on a bunch of stripper clothes and walked out of the fucking boutique. Like I was basically stealing that shit. She knew I wasn't going to go anywhere, but I walked out there and I started offering dudes lap dances and like acting super sexy and shit. And
Hey,
the bouncers came to bounce me out of the fucking strip club. And the guys that were up in VIP were like, yo, stop. They invited me to come hang out with them in VIP, dude.
Ooh, hey, no.
And they knew they were dying laughing. They had like a friend who's like really bad eyesight, and they were like, dude, you should go give that dude a lap dance. Just tell him you'll do it for free and see what he says. I was like, all right. Like my fucking,
did he go through
my hairy ass legs and like definitely like some ball sack probably hanging out the bottom and stuff. Dude, I like went up to him and I was like, hey, big boy, like just being stupid. And he was like, what is going on? You want to dance? And I just started dancing in the most stupid way possible. Like I'm not sexy. I mean, I can't. I can.
They're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, not with a wig and a thong with
dude.
your balls hanging out. That's not sexy.
It was so fucking funny though. But the time I wanted to talk about was for my buddy Chavez's bachelor party. We were down.
Did I go to that?
I don't remember. I don't think so. We went. I don't even remember which strip club we went to though. No, I don't think you were there.
It was Ecstasy.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think you were there actually.
I wasn't there, but I remember the story.
But so we go there, and to finish off that story from earlier, the reason the $30 was important is I only brought $30. I bought something to eat or something, so I had $14 left, and I wanted to buy Chris a lap dance, and this girl was like, "Hey, big boy, you wanna dance?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "But can I buy a dance for my buddy? It's his birthday." She's like, "Yeah, that'll be $20." I was like, "All right, here," and I gave her $14. She's like, "This is only $14." I was like, "That's all I got." She goes, "Okay," and she gave him a lap dance anyways. It's so fucking funny. But so at this one, we're sitting around and we brought an ice chest full of beer and liquor, and we're sitting there getting shitty. And this like extremely tall, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this chick was like, she was pretty hot, but she was like 7 foot tall, dude. And
nice.
And she came over, and I'm sitting at like a tall circular table, and she's talking to me. And I was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah," shooting the shit. And she's like, "So you want to dance?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm not really into it. But everybody else here, like if you walk up to any of them, they will drool and take a dance for sure." And she's like, I'll just stay and like hang out for a bit." And I was like, "Oh shit, she's about it."
She wanna take you home, boy.
No, but so
that's what she about.
we're sitting there just talking, and like just talking about like what she's done and stuff. And she used to be like a masseuse and like was going to college for whatever the fuck. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then by the end of the conversation, I was a lot more drunk. She's like, so how about a dance now? And I was like, you really want $20 that bad? She was like, no, you're just super sweet. You're kind of cool. And yeah, I'd like to give you a dance. And I was like, well, I don't want to dance, but I'll give you $20. And she goes, what? I was like, I'll give you $20 to rub my back since you used to be a masseuse. And so everybody else is getting lap dances around me, like literally everyone. And I'm sitting there drunk, just like getting fucked up from behind from this fucking Amazonian beauty. And she's just massaging the shit out of me. And then towards the end of the massage, she's working her way down my lower back. And then she cups my entire ass in my boxers. And she goes, nice. How about a dance? And I was like, how many times do I have to tell you no? Okay, no means no. And and then she was like, all right, whatever. And like we laughed about it or whatever, and she ended up leaving. That night,
your asshole, huh?
That night, everybody else was so drunk that they left. I was just partying with whoever, just being drunk and running around like an idiot. And they're like, hey, we're gonna head back. And I was like, yeah, you can leave the ice chest with me. I'll bring it back. And so I'm just like walking around doing shots with like all these random ass people. And it turns out that I ended up back at the hotel that we had at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And we were waking up early to go to brunch. And they all wake up. Whenever I got there, apparently I had dibs on the bed, but 2 people were in the bed, so I fucking couldn't get in there.
Whoops.
All morning they were looking for me, yelling, and like couldn't find me. And turns out that I was in the closet, like a tiny ass hotel room closet, balled up and had a towel wrapped over me because I was freezing cold. And I was just like obliterated drunk, just laying in there.
I want to go in the closet and wrap up.
Yeah. Like they had no idea where I was. They're like, well, he definitely came back. The ice chest is here. I see his clothes.
Where's he at?
And then when they finally found me, we ended up getting in the car. They were like, yeah, we're going to stop by for brunch. I was like, dude, I am not eating right now. And so they all got out, went in and had brunch. And while they had brunch, I literally slept in the car, like half drunk still, with no shoes on. And people walking past and shit, and I just looked fucked, dude.
That's funny. I never, like, now I look back at it, and strip clubs are just terrible places, dude. They're just dirty places. I don't like them.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of them. Only reasons I've ever gone is because someone like legitimately would have been upset if I didn't go to like their event, like bachelor party. That's kind of a big deal. I mean, they wouldn't hate me for it, but they'd be like, man, come on, like just come.
Yeah, you got to go. It's the thing. Yeah, no, there was that period in my life where I went like every weekend for like 2 months. It was just I'm not even gonna go into that story. I can't really. It'd be
respect yourself.
It'd be a bad idea for me to go into that. Yes. What brought us here anyway? Oh yeah, I'm clueless. I'm a clueless bitch. Yeah. That's right. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't fucking get it when it maybe I'm autistic, man. Like I take things at face value, and whenever there's an intention, whenever somebody has a hidden intention and they're trying to hint at me, I just don't pick up on that social cue, Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like that with...
think differently.
Not to bring it up again, but like whenever I first met Megan, like I didn't think she was actually into me, but I was like, damn, it turns out she was, Like I didn't pick up on the cues. My fucking tattoo artist that I went with was like, dude, it seemed like she was into you. It's like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Maybe we're both.
Quit talking.
Maybe
about
we're
her.
both artistic.
Man, why don't you talk about me? Just artistic. Talk about me more, okay? I have needs too. You've been putting me off all week.
Yeah, but as soon as we get together, I put you on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Take care of my boys.
Look at the camera and give a little wink. That's for you, Megan. Take that.
Take it. Now sleep.
Sleep. Oh man.
And that concludes story time.
Yeah, that's story time with the P.E.E.N gang. So, what to expect from the future? We have new music, hopefully.
Yeah. I'll actually write
I'm
something for it this time, I think.
I'm trying to write some stuff out, man.
I'm gonna wait till I hear the beat
before you do lyrics.
Yeah, because I'll the way that I wrote that other one, the reason I think it sounds decent actually, even though it's nonsense, is because I wrote it around the beat. Like the alliteration and all that stuff was around the beat and the way it was hitting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. Usually it's the beat first. I mean, I have Ableton, but that's more so for like techno songs.
Yeah.
I could do some trap or something, but it's really stock version is strictly for techno, which I love. I just don't think that you want a techno intro. You're not really down with that.
I mean, we could fuck around and do like a weird ass techno intro. We could just pay someone on Fiverr. So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about earlier, is getting like me actually having some extra money to start putting into this a little bit. Like we can actually get some professional shit done. Maybe get some professional thumbnails, and then like
thumbnails would be good.
Yeah, thumbnails, descriptions, even just like getting help with descriptions, and then we can pay to get some beats made. We can pay to get some other shit done. We can get like an actual animated intro. Like
animated intro would be nice.
All that shit. I have no problem paying for it. I just haven't really had the money to do so, and it's something that I think is worth investing in. You know,
I agree wholeheartedly, because I could learn how to do it. It's just that this isn't my job.
There's not enough time in the day.
This is what I do. Yeah, this is what I do for fun, man. I literally slap it together. If I feel like I want to learn something to try this new thing, then I'll learn it. But other than that, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I feel so boring right now, dude. I feel fucking boring. If you've made it this far, you're a fucking trooper. Notice how my language... maybe it's because I'm not drunk. I think that might be it. I've been drunk for like the last 6 podcasts or something like that.
That's true. Fridays are the days we should do it, because that's when I get drunk. I got pretty drunk yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I did too, actually. I just didn't feel like recording.
That fucking whiskey was
I'm glad we
bad.
didn't. Yeah, so last night when we were playing video games, he pulls up this trash whiskey that he's had for 6 months and started taking shots of it. I got real sleepy.
It's fucking terrible.
I'll tell you. I had to drink all week, man, and then I got this little tiny... I got it right here next to me. It's a little baby bottle. Look at that. Isn't that thing cute? It's like
cute
the
AF,
size
dog.
of a water bottle.
That's cute AF.
Yeah, isn't it? Little cute bottle, and I barely drank any of it. Like half of this bottle. Usually I kill this amount in one sitting, but I just got really sleepy.
Yeah.
With I don't know. I just got sleepy. I'm really tired. I do want to play some Tarkov. I'm looking forward to the wipe.
Yeah, the wipe is gonna be.
It's gonna be very exciting. Anything else that you wanted to bring up? All social events have been canceled.
Yeah.
The rest of this year is going to be dreadfully boring. We can't like go out and do exciting things like what was it, DreamHack, the one that we wanted to go to?
Yeah, DreamHack.
Yeah,
DreamHack was tomorrow, or it was this weekend. It was like over this entire weekend,
was.
I'm pretty sure.
But they canceled it, which is unfortunate.
They're opening bars again in Austin.
How do you think that's going to be?
I will not be going probably for another month.
We usually don't go to bars anyway, right?
I go to bar every Friday. Casino.
Oh, church every Friday.
So it's like they're opening back up, and it, like part of me is like it would be kind of sick to go there, like traditional bandito looking ass with like a punked out vest and shit. That's the kind of place it is, you know, with a fucking mask on. But it's like, also, how many other people are going to be going? You know, like maybe it'll be just the diehards, which would be sick. But then maybe it's literally still people just visiting from out of town and shit. You know, I'm not fucking with that.
I don't know. Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard to determine because they're talking about they're talking about like a second wave happening. I don't know. I feel like it's just like fear tactics. Honestly, the media is just blowing things out of proportion.
Yeah.
Because the experts have been wrong about this thing, like straight up wrong. Everything that they've said I'm not going to mention any names, but they're like, oh, the experts say this, and they're wrong about it. This is what the empirical data shows. This is what they're saying, and they don't match up, and it's utter nonsense. You know, what's really going on? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
This age of information.
This isn't even an age of information anymore, dude.
What is it?
I think it's like an age of misinformation. Just like,
there's too much. There are too many ideas. Okay, I need to be a dictator. Straight up. I need to be a dictator. I need to be the one in charge, pushing the buttons, saying who lives, saying who dies. Everything would be a lot better if I was in charge.
Just make it the opposite of fucking idiocracy.
Yeah, just kill all the stupid people. That's what I do, and I determine who's smart and who's stupid. I'd be like, you've lived your life.
They just have to pass that game. Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Thanos was right. That's all I gotta say. Thanos was right. Half of us need to die. If he chooses me to die, I'll make that sacrifice. You know, it's for the betterment of humanity, right?
Man, I guess.
Right?
I guess. I see the reasoning. Still suck.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I feel, dude. Especially lately, now that people are back on the roads driving around, I'm like, man, fuck all these people.
They suck just as bad at driving.
Yeah. Just as bad as me?
No, they suck just as bad as they ever did. It's like, man, you had a break. Like, what's wrong with you? Maybe you forgot again how to drive?
Seriously, dude. There were like 6 cars on the road whenever this thing first started happening, and yesterday it's back up to... I thought it was bad last week, but now it's like everybody's just willy-nilly, let's go for a ride, and they're fucking ridiculous, dude. Nobody knows how to drive. I can't stand it, and I hate waiting in line. I went to Chipotle the other day because there's like 3 people usually during lunch, and there were like 10 people just crowded at the door. You know, like everybody where they have marked off 6 foot sections.
Yeah.
For social distancing standards, there was one on each dot or whatever, and then like at the door, everybody's just crowded sitting there at the door. Everyone's in line. I was like, man, I'm not waiting in line. Are you kidding me? So I fucking left. I don't care about social distancing, dude. I'm healthy, so I'm not at risk. There's really nothing I need to worry about as far as getting it. I'll probably be asymptomatic. It's not going to be fatal. It's as far as what experts are saying or the data is showing. So I fucking hate lines, dude. And I can't, every morning when I go get an energy drink or something at the Walmart kiosk or gas station, there's like 7 people in there now. It's like, dude, what the hell? It's 5:30 in the morning. Why is there a line?
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Thanos, help us, please. Thanos, help us, please, help us.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb, but
is that bad of me to think that way?
Stupid is gonna stupid, you know.
People need to die. Is that a bad train of thought?
I think
my heart's in the right place.
Yeah. I think that
you just want
objectively,
it to be better.
It's correct. So thinking it is fine. Wanting it is probably the wrong one. Like I want half of the world's population to be dead.
Do I want
or being like, I need half the world's population to be dead. Just being like, if half the world's population was dead, the world would be a better place. Makes sense.
That's a good thought.
Good. Yeah. It's a good thought, you know.
It's a good thought. Yeah. No.
Sick brains.
There's one thing that there's so now that I'm on keto, I'm back into eating meat and vegetables only, and there's shortage of meat at the supermarkets due to processing facilities, like they're slowing down the process.
Yeah, are you gonna look into like ranches or anything like that?
What do you mean look into it?
Like, have you already looked into like getting your meat directly from like a supplier?
Oh yeah, I can only do custom cuts, so I have to get like a fourth of a beef or half
fourth of a beef.
You know? Yeah, beef.
Holy
B-E-E-V.
B-E-E-V?
Beef. Half of a beef.
They sell beaver?
No, that's the plural form of a meat cow. Beef.
So you can get a half of a cow?
Yeah, you can buy half a cow. You want to go in on a cow with me? We'd have to quarter it ourselves, like cut it up. So the law is that they can sell you half a cow or a fourth of a cow, but they can't cut that into proper pieces for you. You can't do that.
Why?
And they say it's for your safety. You're not allowed to, or like it has to be inspected essentially before you go cutting it up like that. But if that were really the case, then why can you give away cuts to people? Not selling them. You can literally cut it up as you want it, give it away if it was for safety, or sell them a whole cow or a half a cow or a fourth of a cow without it being inspected. If it was about safety, then that would be you wouldn't be able to do that. So the idea is that these regulations are in place to maintain processing facilities. So the big there's like 150 mega processors in the nation, and the conditions there are terrible for animals. And the idea is that they have to go through those rich folk that own those things.
So
they put the regulations in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know.
That's the idea behind it.
With this mixer that I have, there's an attachment for it that I really want to get. I'm probably gonna buy it later on this weekend or something. Or maybe stop by a Best Buy when I'm out and about today and see if they have it. But I want the meat grinder and the pasta noodle maker for it.
I'd like to make some pasta.
I want to make my own pasta. I want to make, like, I don't even like spaghetti, but I'd love to make spaghetti, like from scratch, like grind my own meat,
better for you.
Make some meatballs, make the meat sauce, all that shit from like 3 different cuts of beef. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Processed noodles that we buy at the grocery store aren't that good for you, but you go to Italy and you get some of their noodles. That stuff makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's super fresh.
Not poopy, not weighed down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I really want, is to get those attachments and to start cooking like way more. Because I said it earlier, I haven't been eating a lot of fast food. I've still been eating like fast food, which is like quickly cooked, microwavable shit like that, like baking a pizza in the oven or a hot pocket.
High sodium.
Yeah, like shit that's really not that good for you. But like I made that creamy dill chicken the other day with asparagus and potatoes, and it was fucking fire. And it's like, oh, I love cooking. But it's always like the getting all the produce and like all the other shit for it, and then doing all that stuff. So another little exciting tidbit is I'm getting a Tabasco plant and
What's a plant?
It's a Tabasco
plant.
It's a Tabasco bush, basically, for Tabasco peppers.
I didn't know that a Tabasco was a pepper. I just thought that was a brand name for a hot sauce.
No, it's a pepper.
Huh.
Yeah, so I'm getting one of those because so the guy that was gonna give me the Carolina Reapers, he grew a bunch of Carolina Reapers, jalapenos, Tabasco, and bird's eye chilies. He was going to give me some Carolina Reapers to do on one of my charity streams to eat. He ended up cutting down a bunch of his Tabasco plants and then forgetting about it, and like they all died off. And then there was like a big rain, and apparently it just spread through his entire yard. And so he has like a shit ton of Tabasco now. And he's like, I got to get rid of some of it. If anybody wants one, I was like, yeah, I'll take one. And then my, I guess, soon to be not ex-coworker, but ex-teammate, Albert, he built a little garden in his backyard, and he's got too many cucumber plants, and so he's going to give me a cucumber plant too.
What do you mean soon to be ex-coworker? Is he getting a promotion or something?
Yep. So he got a promotion to associate product manager for teams.
Cool.
So I'm down to a 2-man team.
When can I get a job, man? When can I get a job there? Like, seriously? Okay.
You'd have to be willing to move here, dude.
All right, I'm gonna lay it out for you. Okay. When my son turns 12, he can choose where he wants to live, and if that's the case, I can move down there, and that would sway. So
is that like a year and a half?
When he, about a year. He turns 11 in June.
Oh shit! So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So to sway the judge, or he doesn't necessarily get to choose where he lives. There has to be an underlying reason as for him to choose.
Yeah, there's merit in his thought, but it's not the
If
end
there's
all.
merit, exactly. Like, I'm moving to Austin, and my son wants to live with me. Okay, all right, he can move with you, you know. But if it's like, oh, he wants to live with me now, and nothing's changed, like I'm just gonna stay here, you know, it's like I don't know, and he'd look at other factors. But as of now, I mean, that's in a year and a half. Did you sign a 2-year lease?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years, you bitch. How are we supposed to live with each other? I gotta get my own place, motherfucker. What's an average job there cost?
You got
entry
a
level?
year anyways to wait.
I got a year to learn.
Lucian only has a year here. I don't know if he's gonna stay past that.
Well, there wouldn't be room for me and my son there, you know.
Yeah, but in a year there might be, you know.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so what entry level position at your company should I prepare for? What should I learn? Technical skill, IT, coding. What is it that I need to practice on for the next year so that you can recommend me for a position there, and I have a general idea of what to expect.
I mean, if you wanted to get like good bucks, because you could start off. You could start at like where I started.
What's that do?
Which is just support. Which, I mean, that's easy. I could show you how to do that, and you would know how to do it within like an hour of me showing you shit. You would know a shit.
Okay.
So that's the easy one. If you wanted something to actually work for, you'd need to do like coding camps. Like we've hired people who had no development experience, did one of those six month coding boot camps, and then they got a job here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on what world you want to get into. Do you want to get into design? Do you want to get into like back end frameworks? Do you want to get into like theme related shit? Like there's a bunch of different things that can be done. So you'd have to like look at what kind of job you'd want, and then I can tell you what you'd need to learn for those.
I want your job. What do? You talk to people all day?
I talk to developers.
Yeah, I want to do that. And I don't want to actually develop. I want to talk to people.
I do like
all day.
Internal support.
And organize things.
So it's like internal support for people dealing with apps and app partners. So that's our support department plus our partner managers and stuff like that. I help all of them. And then I actually directly interact with the partners as well.
Would I work below you if I started out at a support level?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were in the support department, you wouldn't even be in my department at all. You'd still be below me just because tenure, but
because tenure.
Dude, honestly,
okay, well,
my team,
I think I might,
between John, myself, and Albert, we have more tenure in the company than anyone in the company.
Than the CEOs,
dude.
The current CEO.
Yeah. Well, just I have more tenure than the CEO.
Yeah.
He's doing fucking good though. It's crazy. E-commerce has boomed so much in the last couple of months. We've seen like, I'm probably exaggerating the numbers or not exaggerating the numbers enough. But like 100% month over month growth as far as online sales, like monthly revenue and shit for our stores that we support.
Pandemic's good for business.
Dude, especially online businesses.
That's what's up. Yeah,
but,
definitely.
If anybody here, so I think we're getting close to wrapping it up. Speaking of business, I do want to possibly finish out and build out our website for the P.E.E.N gang, and also use it for my merch for my Twitch stream, which is twitch.tv/xtyp0. You can catch me and the boys there playing Tarkov, Fortnite, Deceit, Rocket League, whatever. Or just making stuff. I do want to get some merch together and start doing some designs and possibly use the company that sent me this beautiful little sweatshirt. And so if you want a baby sweatshirt with a cool design, let me know down in the comments below or add us on any of the socials that are below me. And hopefully we can get some merch going and see if people actually want to buy any of it, which would be nice.
Yeah. We'll see what's up, man. Why don't you hit us with that sweet outro? Do you got that rolled up?